This is Who to Watch For with Manny Supreme.
Gangsta Grillz Radio, another edition of Who to Watch For with me, the most energetic entertainer, Manny Supreme. One time for DJ Drama, Don Cannon. Shout out to DJ Scrib. Always making sure we spinning new shit. TC on them boards. Shout out to our whole Shade 45 team, Ron, the whole gang. I got one of the most legendary, yes, I said it, not just artists in Atlanta. He goes by Float, but he first taught me how to make sure in 4th, 5th grade, I leave my hoes alone. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, I got my brother K Camp in the studio with us, man. How you feeling, man? This is really an honor for us to just be sitting down, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's like the type of influence and the sustainability as an artist. I have to give you your flowers now, like, bro. You keep
a lot of folks just realizing what's going on.
Yeah, but it's like I think it's cool for you. Like your sound elevates, and it's some
Facts. That's for me staying in that damn studio. But man, shout out to Gangsta Grillz, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody coming up on the Atlanta scene, making this shit pop, bringing new flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? We here. We gonna have some good conversation.
Yeah, man. Let's get into this new music though. Built different.
Yeah, do it. Built different.
I have to say my favorite is with my dog Crank. Shout out Crank. We were just talking about my
Bergen and Louis.
You feel me? Y'all about to go to New York.
Yeah.
Soon. Take me back to that session.
Bergen and Louis, we recorded that at Billboard Studios. Been to Billboard?
No, I haven't.
It's over there by Top Golf.
Okay.
Shout out Big John, you know, on the studio. But I had it booked out for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I get in that mode sometimes where I call the big studio, book it out for a month, 2 weeks, 3, depending on what the vibe is.
Yeah.
And just bring my guys through. You know what I'm saying? And just vibe out. And that session was loaded. We had about, I'm in a good relationship now, but
then
we had that bit loaded. You know what I'm saying? About 15 vibes there, the whole gang.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of gambling, just creating and just, you know what I'm saying, good energy. And that song probably like a year and a half old.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So that was gonna lead me to my next question. Like, is this new music? Is this music you've been developing?
It's all of the above, man. New music mixed with records that's on the hard drive, that's on the computer. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. One thing about music, like I had to learn coming up in this shit, like it might be old to you. It's cliche to say, but it might, you know what I'm saying, it's new to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that song almost didn't make the project. That was a last minute song I put on the project because I needed some more bounce. And I just added that last minute, like, okay, this shit still got a vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
And folks gravitated to it.
For sure. Shout out to Crank, man. He always gonna bring that energy. I mean, you're making deals not just as an artist, but just smartly entrepreneurial. I mean, let's talk about this Virgin Music Group situation. How did that whole situation come about?
Shout out to Virgin. Life crazy, dog. How that shit came about, I was on last year I did like 5 dates with Gates on his tour. And I think the last city was Knoxville. And I had a walkthrough in Nashville. I think that either that next day or something like that. So my business partner, my DJ, shout out to Genius, you know what I'm saying? He told me it was a music biz conference going on in Nashville that same day, or the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they had went the year before, and I was like, damn, why y'all ain't tell me? I would have slid with y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was on that type of time.
Yeah.
So we pulled up, we got up, we stayed at the hotel, we extended out, you know, we were supposed to leave, we extended the day. The conference was being held at the JW Marriott. And mind you, it's like everybody from Spotify, Apple, all the execs, it don't matter who it is.
Mm-hmm. They in there.
Controlling all the shit was in this hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was booked out, fully booked out. So, you know what I'm saying, we finessed, we walked to the front desk, and you know what I'm saying, little white girl, you know what I'm saying, did a look.
Yeah. How you doing? Yeah.
Boom, like, you know, so we trying to get a room on by.
Yeah.
Fucked around and gave us a room. So we ended up getting a room at the conference. And mind you, in the lobby, it's probably like 200-300 folks.
Just moving, girl. Yeah.
They got name tags on what they do, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward, we was going to this little seminar about just wealth management and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out the money side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking, and this guy tapped me like, hey, ain't you K Kemp? You know what I'm saying? Older white guy. I was like, yeah. He's like, you did a song with one of my artists. Boom, boom. It's like the highest streaming song that we got with him right now. So we started chopping it up. Long story short, you know what I'm saying? We all took a liking to each other, you know what I'm saying? We started hitting events with each other, blah, blah. And he told us he had a, you know what I'm saying, great relationship with Virgin. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he asked, was we interested? We tapped in, you know what I'm saying, did our due diligence, research, and, you know, after months of just going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, getting the lawyers involved, doing the deals, you know what I'm saying, building leverage, we ended up signing a crazy deal.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? One of them deals, and the crazy part about that whole situation is, I said this before in another interview, like, I studied Master P structure. I studied everybody in the game from, you know what I'm saying, Master P to Quality Control, everybody who took it up there, you know what I'm saying? And the structure I had followed for Master P, I had it written down in my notes. You know, I'm a real, like, when it comes to this shit, I study this shit, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm still in it.
Exactly. It's a science to it.
It's a science.
It's a science to it.
I do diligence and I really like research and study this shit. But yeah, I had Master P on my board, and you know what I'm saying, that was like, what, 5-6 years ago. Fast forward, the deal I had did with Virgin, the same dude that got Master P his deal 20 years ago, the same nigga gave my deal. Feel me? So that shit was like,
That's that full circle thing.
Circle moment. It was a crazy moment. It was surreal, but I was like, okay, cool. I'm doing exactly what the fuck I need.
It lets you know you on path, right?
So, you know, I just took that and I ran with it. I signed the deal last year in November. I announced it during this rollout. You know what I'm saying? Probably like, what, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it been locked in, and this Built Different project was the first project with Virgin. So it was one of them things like, okay, cool. And they got me great acquisition. We debuted top 10 on Spotify, Apple.
Come on now.
As an independent.
Come on.
And the percentages, y'all don't want to know. I'm ownership, my boy.
Partnerships. That's what we doing now.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Shout out to Virgin, man. Shout out to Jacqueline. Shout out to everybody over there. Trent, man. All y'all. Shout out to Brian. Shout out Justin, the whole team, man.
That's fire. No, we were just actually talking about it earlier, like the artistry of it all.
Yeah.
And that's why I salute you, because even the different events that go on here in the city, like shout out to LV on Ram. We did the Unplugged with Theo and the guys. Like those are those different events that I knew there was some personal students there from like the AUC and Georgia State, and they had a blast.
Yeah.
Because you're not just seeing K Camp just in a cool setting with a live band, and you know, their whole studio over there looks like we in Las Vegas, Nevada, you know, and those different things where you continue to make those connections with your fans, right? So it's like, what on this project do you feel like is something new that you giving your fans than from your previous work?
Something new. I'm always try to push my sound. You know what I'm saying? Just hours in the studio. That's where you get that from. Just collabing with, you know what I'm saying, different artists. But as far as new, that I personally feel like I gave my fans with this shit is a on brand rollout. As far as from start to finish, from the first post to the last post that we ain't even done posting yet. You know what I'm saying? Like a real strategic brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's my first time. I ain't gonna say my first time, because I done put out albums before and shot videos and shit like that with, you know what I'm saying, with Interscope and before that. But I feel like this project, I was more intentional as far as how my branding looked. Before I even dropped the project, I spent probably like about $10,000 on a certain wardrobe. I bought the same type of clothes. You know what I'm saying? I bought, you know, I ain't gonna give my sauce out.
But to get that particular though.
I got that deep into my rollout, into my campaign as every video, anytime you see me on interviews, I'm gonna look the same. I'm gonna have the same uniform on.
Brand.
Hold it, I'm gonna roll this bitch out very strategically. And you go look at my page, you'll see the whole thing. It's strategic. And I think as far as everything, that's what I gave my fans the most out of this project. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that from now on. It just clicked in my head finally, like, damn, just stay on brand, stay on one thing, and just milk that motherfucker until, you know what I'm saying? I got that from like Kanye and Beyonce and all them. Like every album, they change their wardrobe and change their whole.
It's a persona.
It's a persona. You know what I'm saying? Tyler the Creator
does an amazing job.
ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, cool. Let me just try something new, and that shit worked. And it's, to me personally, it feel like it's less work. You ain't doing too much because you got everything already strategically lined up. So you ain't trying to scramble and figure out what you gonna wear for this shoot, what you gonna goddamn. This shit laid out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, you already got your clothes mapped out the
You know
next
what I'm saying?
December.
That shit it's plug and play, man.
Yeah, exactly. So when you see people walking around with big Dobermans and the speakers, you know where they got it from.
I know.
But I think that's fire though, because like I was talking to my homie Jordan, I said I created Useless Radio, where it's like, can people dress up as you as Halloween, or like does your brand get that deep?
That's how you want it though.
Exactly.
That's how you want it. You want to dress your shit up where people can imitate you and just take it other places and you go viral.
Exactly.
You know?
And so one thing, like I said, I commend you on is being able to stay in the game for so long. You know what I mean? There's people that definitely came out when you did that are no longer here. So it's like, for people who may have even doubted your success and things of that nature, as an artist, what can you say that K-Camp personally did to make sure that, okay, my success when I dropped, like to now,
Yeah.
is still there because I'm selling out shows at one of the biggest stages here in the city on multiple days.
Back to back.
What can you say was that one thing that you did as an artist that may have separated you from your peers than when you first started?
One thing I did that separated, it's probably more than one thing, but I think the number one thing is staying out these nigga way, bro. Minding my fucking business. You know what I'm saying? That's key. A lot of folks, you know what I'm saying, like it's cool to network and hop around, but you can't do it too much. You're gonna water your shit down and folks gonna look at you like, nah, I see this nigga too much. One thing I try to be big on is not being seen too much. When you see me, it's at the right spots. It's at the right moments. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to linger. I don't want to be like, oh, that's Camp. I don't want to be the old ass Camp as they. You know what I'm saying? Like that never was cool to me. You know what I'm saying? Before I even popped, it was always a thing of just staying out the way. That's probably number one. And just learning, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a young nigga, when I first got in this shit, I didn't give a fuck about nothing but hoes and studio and traveling and making money. Like I didn't give a man drink and gas. You know what I'm saying? It was only a few things I cared about. And I had to make that transition. I had to look myself in the mirror and really be like, okay, cool. If I want to be in this game for a long time, what's the steps? What do I really got to do to then last in this shit? Cause niggas come and go.
When you said,
You know what I'm saying? You see nigga, when I came out, they ain't here no more. So it's just that, bro. Just learning, bro. When I say learning, like everything, like from branding to lawyers to just the game, studying you know what I'm saying, niggas who did it before you, studying who fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Like just paying attention to the details and just, you know what I'm saying, creating a good network. And just, you know what I'm saying, staying the fuck out the way, man. And don't bite down on everything. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might try to bait you. They gonna bait you. They might say something about you in an interview or something like that, but don't bite down.
is they want you to grab onto
Want
it.
you to grab onto it. Don't bite for the bait, man.
Yeah, man, 1000%. And so like going back to your deal with the music group, it's like, what do you feel like what is one thing that is better now and that you were able to see in like hindsight? Okay, like now that I've got platinum records,
Yeah.
you know, I've did my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should have done this or waited to do this, but now that I know, I would tell myself that.
It ain't even like what I should have waited and did. Everything happened for a reason. Like I got plaques, you know what I'm saying? Platinum plaques, gold plaques, you know what I'm saying? Double platinum plaques. That shit, it means something to me, but that shit really don't mean nothing to me. I would love more. I'm gonna get more. You know what I'm saying? If it's me or an artist I sign or I'm gonna get more. That ain't the issue. But it's just like everything happened for a reason, bro. I went through a tough ass transition, you know what I'm saying, a few years ago before all this shit started blooming again, due to me not knowing. You know what I'm saying? But me not knowing caused me to know shit and learn shit to get to where I'm at now. So if I would never went through that shit in the past, I would not be here. So I like to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? When shit positive, I thank God. When shit negative, I thank God. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you got to just really take the good with the bad. But as far as like with Virgin, the sweet thing, you know what I'm saying? I got a credit line. I got a big. I got a big credit line, you know what I'm saying? That I can pull from and do what the fuck I want with at any time. A big one.
Straight like
A big one, you know what I'm saying? Like I can drop 5, 6 albums if I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Strategically, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta just, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Them giving me that access to that capital, it's on me to be, and my team to be strategic of where to put the money and how to really make the money back. You can have access to the money, but if you don't know what the fuck to do with the money, you're gonna fuck the money up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So just being strategic and just learning how to scale and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on that type of time. This ain't the same Camp y'all seen 2 years ago. I tell you that now. This ain't the same nigga. I'm a whole different nigga, a whole different monster. I'm telling you.
That's why as we're built different come from, right?
Ain't that motherfucker built different. These niggas is not built like me. Swear to God.
Hey, now look, we are on Shade 45,
Yeah.
and me and Drum and Candy, we love to talk about the music, and I love, especially for artists like yourself, to know like when did it start for you in terms of like your first references of like, man, I like this song, or you like now I know you can, I can relate to different things. Like, damn, why am I playing this song? My mama used to be blasting when I was 5 or 6. What were those records for you?
Man, shit. The records my grandma used to play, RP, my grandma, like Sam Cooke, Temptations and shit. Temptations really, if you know me as an artist, Temptations will really started me like making R&B songs. Cause I really ain't know what the fuck I was doing back then. I was just making shit. But we can go down the list of just the old shit to when my mama was coming up, Casey and JoJo, the Leahs, the goddamn Drew Hill, the Brian McKnights, all that shit to me going into my teenage years to the trap shit, Gucci, Tip, everybody, you know what I'm saying, coming from the underground Atlanta. Like, by name had the niggas y'all probably won't even know. We were so deep into like just the music and hearing everything that was popping out. You know, it's a big bucket of shit that just kind of molded me. And I had to really just find my sound for real. Like, I remember like when I started in my mama's basement, bro. I used to record in my mama's basement all the time. That's where Cut Her Off came from my manager crib, but Money Baby came from the basement. A lot of them songs came from the basement, but just living that shit, bro. Outside 5-6 days a week, getting fucked up, coming home, getting in the studio, fucking with hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like since a jit, I've been living this shit. So it's like that's why
It's real life. That you
it's
can hear it in
like,
the music.
You know what I'm saying? That's why my shit's so relatable to this day, because I actually live this shit and I don't just go in the booth and try to just say anything that just sound good.
Or sound cool.
Yeah, you can hear through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know it's plenty of times you done click some shit and like, fuck this nigga talking about.
The context of people's raps.
You know what I'm saying?
I just had that conversation with Ferrari BT the other
Shit
day.
real though, you know what I'm saying? You can hear it.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
Fuck is this nigga?
Who are you sliding on?
Yeah, like what is you talking about?
Please.
You know,
Yeah, I know.
I gotta be in that shit, man.
No, I think that's dope. I mean, because with records like Money Baby, right? I mean, those are generational hits. And it's like, as a creative, like, even back then to now, where do you find that inspiration, or where is your start to like create?
Find that?
Yeah, you know, because that's such a distinct sound and song where it's like, for me as an artist, if I was to create, I'm like, nigga, all right, where do I go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It go back to me living this shit, dog. Like if you go back to Money Baby, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Money Baby. That was a beautiful record. You know what I'm saying? Still to the day they play it. I like smoking weed. I like getting fly. I like having sex. I like girls who ride. That's simple. That's just shit I like, man. That's just shit I like.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was relatable and it hit.
And you know what I'm saying? To this day, like fast forward, like what's on your mind? What's on your mind? Cause you've been acting different lately, girl. I'm just singing it. That's me having a regular conversation. You know what I'm saying? Ice cold, shawty ice cold. She stiff on a nigga.
Yeah.
Pop me a perk and float like a real. You know, I'm just talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's your lingo.
Exactly.
Now take me to Float, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I love when different rappers, like what we just said, have those personas and different versions of yourself, you know?
For sure.
Where is Float? And like, how do you distinguish like K-Camp, Float?
How do I distinguish? I feel like K-Camp is really the original. The nigga who, you know, so when I said I was gonna be a rapper and I came up with K-Camp. You know what I'm saying? If it was up to me, I'd take that off all DSPs and stuff like that. You feel me? But niggas know me by K-Camp, so you can't do that. But over the years, I done graduated. I done had hella aliases, bro. I've been King Slum. When we had the Slum Lords going crazy. I was Way. I was K-Way. When I started that R&B shit, I started calling myself Way. Float was just, I've been Float for like 3-4 years now. Float just came about just, it got to a point when I was making music still to this day, like, I just felt like it was just too easy. I was just floating on everything. Like, you know, any beat you try to put on, like, it became like, man, I just floated on that motherfucker. Like, this shit, like, you know, nigga be like, I walked that bitch down. I floated on that motherfucker.
Back to back.
You feel me? And it just, you know, just getting high, just analyzing shit, floating over, you know what I'm saying? Floating over bullshit, just outside opinions, just everything, just elevating over shit. That's why I got the name Float from. And I just tried it. All these names I just be trying.
Yeah, no, and my thing is like, I definitely want to get to the next point of your shows.
Yeah,
and
sure.
being able to be an artist that sells consistently hard ticket sales, because that's not an easy thing.
Damn shit I ain't.
And so, and I love how you do shows for your projects. Because then it shows that, okay, yeah, we know you're going to play your old shit, obviously, but people want to come hear you perform the new shit.
They want to hear the new shit. I'm big on that.
You know?
Big on touring and niggas hearing the new shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, yo, last time performing in Atlanta, I don't remember how long ago it was, but I know it was multiple dates and it was sold out, center stage.
I just did center stage last year too.
How important is that as an artist, and like how often and where do you most often connect with your fans?
On tour. That's the biggest connection, on tour. And what was his first question?
It was really that.
It was that,
honestly.
yeah. You know, so I get my biggest connection on tour. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, like selling hard tickets is the hardest shit in the world to do as an artist.
Yeah.
It took me years to get here, bro. It took me about 5, 6 years to get to where I'm at now, to a point where, you know, every artist got the same story, like performing with only 50 people and 20 people in the crowd, and it's killing your confidence because you don't know where this shit can, you know what I'm saying, where it can end. Like, it can be you done for or you got more life, you know what I'm saying? And it's just up to you as an artist to stay in the studio, stay putting out quality music, you know what I'm saying, that your fans can attach to. And that shit eventually leads to tickets.
Yeah.
If you promoting that ticket side, you know what I'm saying? If you telling folks, okay, I'm gonna drop this project and I'm gonna tour, like you consistent. I done did like almost most tours I probably did in a year, probably 2, almost 3 tours in a year. You know what I'm saying? Just back to back to back, just to build that ecosystem as far as touring
and showing them
and
the show.
and showing, you know what I'm saying, for sure. And that shit worked out. Like, that's why I say my shit's sweet now. Like, I can only get bigger.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I got
facts.
all the hard shit that the artist has to do, I done already. I've done in the last 8 years, you know what I'm saying? So I got a cult fan base. I got hit records, you know what I'm saying? I own a label, you know what I'm saying? I got a major partnership with a distribution company that I got a credit line, access to credit line. I got artists, producers. Like, I can just sit my ass in the studio and just make albums and then go tour and just go back home. And you know what I'm saying?
Repeat it all over
Like,
again.
like drama.
Exactly.
Go play mad and get online. Cause I'm thinking about doing live stream too.
Yeah,
On
nah.
that game and shit. And like,
That'd be
you
fire.
know what I'm saying? I play 2K and all that shit for free at the house anyway. I'm always set up a little setup, get on the game,
Yeah.
and get more fans.
Have you checked out? Have you seen what DDG's been doing? Like making an album on stream?
Yeah, somebody just hit me up, asked me, was I in LA to do that shit?
I was about to say, I think that you and him collabing.
It'd be hard.
Crazy.
DDG, holla at me.
Fire.
Let's do something.
Before we teach, we gotta get this clip out so they can see that. You
support
know.
DDG.
What can you say are 2 things on your artist bucket list by this time next year when I see you? I'm like, boy, Camp, you got it done, boy.
Artist bucket list, man. Number 1 album, bro. Independent. I wanna take my shows to arenas. But one thing about that is I feel like I love the House of Blues and all them venues, like the ones that's more personable and the fans is like right there with you.
Yeah.
I love them shows. So, you know, the arenas, of course, more revenue, but you know, we know what it is. But other than that, number 1 album, I want to create a superstar. I need somebody under my umbrella, like, you know what I'm saying, that I stamp, that I turn into a superstar and just, you know what I'm saying, let them, you know, give them the sauce and be on my Quincy Jones shit. After I do my shit. After I'm like, okay, cool, I done ran this shit up to the moon. Money ain't the issue, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be creative and just create shit and just be and live that like some Rick Rubin shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Quincy,
Come for creative
you feel me?
advice.
I come in and be like,
Take your shoes off and yeah, you know.
shoes off, let's meditate for 10 minutes, then get in the booth. Okay, that's the one. Let me send it to my you out of here.
Literally.
That's it.
Nah, that's hard though. That's hard
But
though.
that's in the future. Right now, I got to focus on Camp,
Yeah,
and I got to goddamn put myself in position where, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be a layup.
for sure. Before we end though, we always have to make sure we ask favorite gangster grills of all time though.
Dedication.
Okay. Mine is In My Mind. Yeah.
In my mind, what?
For real.
Oh, you was on that side.
You know, that was like,
Okay.
that was crazy for me because seeing a nigga like Pharrell and then Drama,
Yeah, that's
it
definitely.
was like, how the fuck?
Shout out to Pharrell. I want to get with Pharrell, man. You know what I'm saying? If you see his interview, man, tap in. Man.
Put my man just in some LV, man, for the next show. No cap.
Oh,
Hey, man, it's another edition of Who to Watch from my brother K kept pulled up on me. Built Different is out right now.
for sure.
So you know it's going to be in that mix. Shout out DJ Scribb, man. Make sure you guys check us out live every Friday and Saturday right here on Shade 45.